What's going on, everybody? And it's long time since I've been able to do a post game show here, right here on Street Punk Entertainment. This is the Nothing But Net 76ers post game show, and I am your host, Pat Bernard, aka the Gobbler, aka Pat from Ambler. And the 76ers are back right where they left off now with a 6 game losing streak. And they were just outplayed, outcoached on every aspect of this game against the Boston Celtics, which looked like a decent game in the beginning. However, the Boston Celtics showed you why they are the top dog in the 76. The records speak for themselves, as one Bill Parcells would like to say. You are what your record says you are. And the 76ers are just, again, got waffled. And with zero wing defending and zero perimeter defense, you just made the Boston Celtics night even easier. Guys like Jason Tatum was shooting from beyond the arc. I mean, this Boston Celtics team crushed him. Jason Tatum tonight put up a triple-double tonight. Triple-double. Had his way with the team. Paul George trying to defend him. I knew that he was going to be able for so long to try to guard him. That's it. And right off the bat, my man Nick says, Sixers, Pat, what are we going to do about this team? Nothing. You're just going to have to, my man Nick, we're just going to have to take the punch day in and day out until next year. I mean, I don't know. I don't see how this team can even compete. The Boston Celtics just showed you where they are with this team as far as the measuring stick. Head and shoulders better than this 76ers. They're head and shoulders. You had Joel Embiid on the floor. You had Paul George and you got Tyrese Maxey. And it all came out to Ugats. And do I need to talk about the Celtics bench? Who is Peyton Pritchard dropping 8 threes tonight? He dropped 8 threes. Getting in spots, finding open, creating space on the floor, and plucking this team from the perimeter. Plucking it away. Oh, gosh, Nick, no, not back to B. Paul. Say it ain't so. Nick could have me, you on that team, and it would probably come out with better production from what I've seen. And don't get me wrong, I did see Drummond getting some boards tonight. Great, but you're talking about guys who are cooked, guys who are past their prime. Quentin Graham just trying to make an impact on a game, great. But this game was far out of reach. Way far out of reach. This is true. Nick says B. Paul's cooking in Detroit. And that is true, my friend. But this team's sad. Sad to watch. I will agree with this one. I do like Ricky Cancel. He put up 10 points tonight. He had a really, really good second half. He was getting some, shooting from beyond the arc a little bit. He was able to just get down low a little bit, scoring down low. That's what the team was able to do. That's what Ricky Cancel was able to do, but not much after that. I mean, like I said, if you look at this team on paper, I mean, everyone in the starting lineup for the 76ers got in scoring in the double digits, but Just not good enough. Just not good enough. You just don't have the firepower. And the Celtics had one simple game plan in mind. It was just to unload from beyond the arc. That's where they crushed the 76ers, especially in that first half. That's where they crushed the 76ers, was from beyond the arc. And their bench. Luke Cornett. Like, who's Luke Cornett? I mean, the 76ers defense left the middle of low in the paint wide open for this man to walk and make a slam dunk. I mean, unreal. Unreal. I mean, he walked down Broad Street with a dunk. He was shooting. He was playing good defense for the Boston Celtics. Nick says, I don't like Paul George. Like I said, if they would sign up for Paul George 10, 11 years ago, sign me up. But here we are getting this man at the tail end of his career. These are like Flyers moves. This is what the Philadelphia Flyers used to do, Nick. Back in the early 2000s. They would grab guys at the tail end of their careers. Like, they were notorious for that. Like, why are we doing it? God. I don't know what happened to my screen here. There you go. Oh, you're right. There I am. I'm back. I'm back in action. So, yeah. Froze a little bit, but yeah. Wow. Wow. Easy there, Joseph. A stupid loss, Nick needs to be fired. And listen, what my question is, and Joe, I agree with you. The perimeter defense is just shot by the wayside with this. That's one of his flaws, but there's no team chemistry with these guys. They've still yet to figure anything out. And again, if you looked at that 2 weeks ago when Embiid and Paul George weren't around, this team was thriving without those two guys. It's sad. It's sad. It's 6-game losing streak now. Like, I mean, are we going to get excited for a play-in tournament? I mean, I'm not. You shouldn't be. This team has nothing to show for. I agree with this one. And wow. So, some more comments are coming in. My man Nick says Ricky counts as my favorite player on this besides Maxey. I can see that. I see that. Ricky Council should be in the starting lineup. Wow. I'm out on Embiid. Embiid needs to be gone. What's going on? The Embiid love is out the door. Yeah, you're right about this too, Nick. I don't know if they can make the play-in tournament. Like, are we going to – and if we do, what are we going to get? A round of applause and we could win a winning tournament? Then what? They get cooked by the Celtics? Or the Cavs? Oh, my man Dave Yarnell, who was down at the game. What's up, Dave? How are you doing, buddy? He said, hey, I was just getting back from the game. This team does not rebound. They have no team chemistry. It's so sad. It's all sad. Yeah, Dave. And that's the thing. There is no team chemistry. With all these big guys on the floor, there is no team chemistry. None. It stinks, Dave. It absolutely stinks that there's no team chemistry. It's sad. We had to sit here until October to watch this bad brand of basketball. Part of me wants to move on from Sixers general management. Do we move on from the president himself, Daryl Morey? I mean, he designed this team. How's this? I mean, you even look at the team on paper, it tells you this wasn't going to be a winning formula. This is not a winning formula. I think the Brooklyn Nets will get the 10 seeds. They could. They could definitely get the 10 seed. I know it's not going to be us. Oh, wow. If say it ain't so, my main man, Pots and Pans. My man dies. What's up, buddy? Wow. What's going on, buddy? He says the only ones that believe that the 76ers are real contenders are the ones who are actually the 76ers. Only a couple more months until the end of Embiid streak. Yeah, Mitch, Dies, I would love to get you on talking about the 76ers. Dies, Embiid needs to go. It needs a whole shaking. And maybe, I don't want to get rid of Nick Nurse just yet. I still think we owe him at least one more year to see what he really has. But, what does Nick Nurse really have? Because if you think about his winning years, that all goes back to, when he had talent that could win for him. It's easy when you have talent can win, right? Who can ever forget the quadruple doink that got him his championship with Kawhi, with Kawhi Leonard? Wow. Joe Hell is ready to clean house tonight. He says Morley needs to go. Yeah, I agree. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. It's a shame. I know we didn't sign up for this. I know. I mean, there is no defense whatsoever with this team. It's a shame because, again, I will be the first to tell you, I loved NB when we picked him up. And you can't tell me you didn't enjoy the run. But unfortunately, the injury bug just took a huge toll on this guy. Will he play Saturday? I don't know. A lot more questions than answers for the 76ers franchise moving forward. And it hurts. And it hurts. It's this win, this loss just sucked up everything. Listen, it's bad when I have to watch those cockroaches in green shirts in the audience. It's a Boston Celtics takeover, and rightfully so. This team doesn't even have – they don't even look like they want to compete anymore. They don't have what it takes to give you 4 quarters of basketball, of NBA basketball. I don't know, Mitch, if you're still Dies, if you're still watching, like I said a couple weeks ago, man, this team were answering the bell just by listening to Tyrese Maxey when Tyrese Maxey put the team on his back. But now that you got to spread the ball around with Embiid and Paul George, nothing's being done. Nick says Mitch is done. Joe says, I would love to see the 76ers tank and get a high draft pick. Yeah, but there's some more things they got to do because that top pick's not guaranteed. So, again, let me go over the box scores here. Jaylen Brown. Let's go over the Celtics real fast. Jaylen Brown, 20 points. Yeah, Derek White with a double-double tonight. No, he had a triple-double himself. No, double-double, excuse me. 10 rebounds, 16 points. Porzingis with 17. And like I said, how about this? How about this Peyton Pritchard? 28 points, your player of the game, hands down. 8 3-pointers. He had 8. He dropped 8 on the 76ers. Just getting the right spots, just creating space. And just was unloading from the perimeter on the 76ers team. Grades of the game. I'm going to give it an F. No doubt. I mean, really, other than Tyrese Maxey, Tyrese Maxey had a decent game in the beginning, obviously making his cuts, hitting a couple threes, and so forth. The typical Maxey game where guys can't defend it, taking to the paint, cutting through the paint, taking to the net. Those sort of things worked in their favor. But outside of that, I mean, Paul George had dropped a couple threes tonight, and that's as far as they go. But it's nothing to go hit your wagon to. And the bench, it was just bad tonight. Gershon Ubaselli, 25 minutes and 4 points. I mean, that's horrible. Like, I rely on Gershon Ubaselli to score. Terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. As my man would like to say. My man, Charles Barkley. But yeah, let's go around the league a little bit. Let's go over those NBA scores. Love, me. Love, this is one of my favorite segments to see what's going on with the rest of the NBA. And yeah, let's get right to it. As I thought I had it up here, but I don't. Do I have it? Yes, I do. Let's get to some of the finals around here. The 76ers lose tonight. Lose by 20, losing 124 to 104, losing their 6th straight game. Game of the night. The Pacers take on the Grizzlies. Pacers winning 127 and 113 of the Grizzlies. Couple games have got ready to end here. The Magic and Hawks are going at it. Magic have the lead right now, 94 to 89. So that's a tight one right there. The Cavs winning right now, winning by 10 over the Brooklyn Nets, winning 96 at their ace, middle of the getting ready to wrap up with just about any second round. Tight one right now. The Bulls and Knicks down to the wire. Knicks right now winning by 1. No, the Bulls just took the lead. Now the Bulls are winning 104 to 102. That's a good game right there. Decent game to watch if you're staying up late tonight, which is actually getting ready to end in the third. Bucks and Clippers. The Clippers winning 83 to 74. The Nuggets holding the Hornets. Winning the tie game right now, 42 to 42 in the middle of the second. Ending middle of the first. Spurs and Suns are on their way. 13-7. Spurs are winning right now. And late night tonight, 10 o'clock, the 10 o'clock hour, Lakers and Trailblazers. So that's going to be it as far as your scoreboards. Dave has chimed into the show. Dave has said, I can't understand what Nurse has against Bona. Playing Dave Rudy over him makes no sense. I guess he wanted to try his new toys out. Look, Dave, he probably looked at this as a scheduled loss anyway. So he probably wanted to try out some new toys. I'm with you. I like Bones. And the only way you're going to have that kid grow is get him to play more. But yes, My man Dives, he says, major shout out to you, Pat, for covering the 76ers and the NBA. Both are cooked. Yeah. Tonight was not a great slate of action there. Dives. It looked like I said, what was it? Pacers and Grizzlies was your game of the night. But yeah, it sucks. It really does suck, Dives and Dave. When this team, I can't. I just can't. I mean, I don't. I try to stick to this game here, but I can't see this team playing a Cleveland Cavs team or a Knicks team or a Boston Celtics team in the first round and surviving a series. Like, what enjoyment do? Like, we're coming off a Super Bowl. Like, I'm not sure. I know, like, we're slowly moving off the cloud of the Eagles, like a snowstorm. Like, we're just, the snowstorm is getting pushed out of the Eagles' love right now. But come on, man. The 76ers, between them and the Flyers, they are just dragging me through the mud. Dragging me to get me through. They're really just make my eyes bleed at this point. But yeah, listen, 76ers, we'll be back here Saturday night. We'll see what happens. Half the Wells Fargo Center was for the Celtics. Yeah, Dave. Listen, I've been going to the Wells Fargo Center for a long time. I've seen those kind of nights, right? I was witnessed it last year when those roaches from New York, the New York Rangers, took it over. Celtics, times like this. How many times through the process years have I seen the Celtics fan base take over that building? There's nothing you could do. I mean, Celtics kind of. It's amazing how that franchise just knows how to build and build and build and build. We are running this Joel Embiid thing into the ground. It's a shame. It's a shame. But like I said, Maxey had a decent game. If you want to take away some shine spots, Maxey does what he does best. Makes a nice little cut to the basket. Nice little floater shots, etc. Paul George had a nice couple threes. That's all he could deliver. Joel Embiid just been doing Joel Embiid things. But again, these guys are limited. And then they showed a record on TV tonight. I think they're like 13-7 with 3 guys on the floor. However, they actually got a losing record with 2 of the 3 on the floor, and so forth like that. But it's crazy. Yeah, it's a tough one. But anyway, listen, I want to thank everybody who chimed in with me. Guys, thank you so much. My man Joe Hale, my man Dave Yarnold. Special shout out to my man Dives. Guys, he does a great job on Eagles Pin podcast. Great show. Love hanging out with my man Dives. That's like my brother, me and Dives and Sean Bernard and Mitch. I mean, we did this last year, so it was great. Great times. That's when Sixers were relevant and you could talk positively about them. Now you can't do that. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Guys, stay tuned. I will be back here Saturday night talking Sixers and Nets. And then you guys can check me out, Patrick Bernard Show at 9:00 a.m. Sunday mornings. Get ready for Phillies baseball season. So I will be hyping you all for that. And yeah, that's about it. So guys, thank you. Have a great night. Stay in touch. Happy Friday.